trying to have his vocal tone.
You're on
Oh my god.
Soup du jour.
in my fragile agitation. You put the
Pedal to the metal. Ready to live.
a stone cold hit with my
Love it. Welcome to the Conscious Club Podcast, everybody. It's another week. It's another TCP. I guess it's another month. It's another TCP here.
Yeah.
I come to you with the tall boy. I come to you with the 12 ounce. Yeah, it's another TCP. It's a very special one. We got the beautiful Daniel on the board there. How you doing, Daniel?
How's it going, everybody?
Daniel,
doing well.
Staple of the Conscious Club Podcast.
Staple. He's a hill climber.
We can't do it without him anymore. Yeah. He is a staple.
Yes, he is one of the just superstar podcast producers out here in the Valley of Los Angeles.
Oh, come on. Always a pleasure to be here.
Well, thank you. It's a great week to have you, and we love Daniel.
Yeah.
Let's see if anybody bit on the Instagram. It's a typical.
We're checking live, eh?
Yeah, we're checking live. I hit up the questions. Maybe the tried and true peeps gave us some responses. Let's see. Ooh, Danny Wood.
Yeah.
Says Vulfmon sex icon.
He is.
So we have the album cover of the new Vulfmon album, and Daniel. 1 to 10, how much of a sex icon is Jack Stratton based on this album cover? That's taking forever to load here on the QRates.com. See, QRates can't even pay their server bill.
It's not working, actually.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Their servers aren't working. Hit refresh on there.
Wow, QRates is still disappointing people in every way that they.
What the frick?
Are they though? Like, is this real? This is real. This is QRates not coming through.
This is so disappointing. I'll just go to his Instagram, honestly.
I'm very interested in this.
Vulfpeck. Oh my god, I cannot spell.
Okay.
Vulfpeck.
Indy, what's your number while we wait?
My number
of how
1 to 10.
How hot? How much
10.
of a sex icon?
I mean,
sex icon Stratton.
10 out of 10.
I mean, we got.
We got the sunglasses. We got the shoulder hair. We got the back hair. That trap hair. We got
trap hair.
We got a freshly shaved beard. We have a perfectly cut hair. We got
exceptional posture.
Perfect posture.
Yep.
Looks like he just went on a speedwalker.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Just took a poop on a mountain.
And he was speed walking
skinny
up the
icon.
Yeah, skinny icon. Also, the portraiture is
Stunning.
Stunning. He invests in art. He invested himself. You know, and I think this shows. And I think it warrants a Chobo Chubby here on the Conscious Club Podcast.
I do think it warrants a Chobo.
It's a Chobo Chubby, and we are here at Chobo Studios. You can go to chobostudios.com. If you're in the Los Angeles area and you have a podcast, you can record it right here in this very room or any of our 2 other sets. They're available to book at chobostudios.com.
I love it.
You can get 15% off this month only if you go there now. Nobody who's seeing this.
I know, right?
Who's in LA. Yes, so
this new single,
yeah, did we got 10 out of 10 out of you, right, Daniel?
Oh, I think you're gonna have to actually deal with QRates because I want him there.
I know.
There we go. Yeah,
I want him there too. I actually think he should just be the background instead of the TCCP logo. It should just be shirtless Jack up there.
And we got a sex icon here on the screen.
I want this forever, not just for this episode, but like permanently.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
But yeah, we're getting a new album, everybody. I am so excited. Zach, I almost just called him Zach. I don't know why.
Well, he's Zaddy. That's
He
why.
is a zaddy. He
Yeah,
is a zaddy.
he's zaddy.
Jack, not Zach. Zaddy Jack. He was not sleeping. He was not Sleepify. He has a new album coming out as well.
Yeah, well, here's the thing too. With I think with that, it's like, I think there's a trend line with the pandemic and Vulfpeck. I mean, I think Daniel brought up this point either one or two TCPs ago, where it's we're not getting a full release from Vulfpeck, but it's not like he's working. You know what I mean? Like there's I think he's taking the time where it's like Vulfpeck is gonna have a following if it waits 5 years, if it waits 8. It's instilled as a cultural phenomenon within its own. I hate to say cult following, but I mean it's probably a cult following, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, I think they have a really loyal fan base.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, I think cult is a bad word
Yeah,
for
obviously.
what the following
but
is, but they call
if
those
there
things.
was a cult leader, this is what I would want him to look like. I gotta
Right.
say.
And he's self-proclaimed, probably. He's yeah. But I think that's what's great about the new Vulfmon is and Wong's Cafe.
Yeah.
And in the Vulf Vaults, it's Jack's expression in the Vulf sphere, but it's not, it doesn't have the wham bam thank you ma'am of a Vulf release.
Yeah.
Which I think is good because he's stoking the pot. He's keeping the pot boiling. Mm-hmm. It's at a simmer. I don't know if that's a boil, but is a boil a simmer?
Yeah.
So
A
it's
boil
boiling?
is not a simmer. A boil is a boil. A simmer's a simmer. It goes like this. It goes still, just flat,
Yeah.
to simmer,
But
and then to boil.
to me, there's no difference.
It's the middle point between not boiling and boiling is a simmer.
What's
What's
up?
up?
Got a disc thing going on.
Uh-oh.
Disc. Oh,
My
Phil?
cord
Okay.
is just like blinking. It's giving,
Okay.
It's a little epileptic. But you boil down to a simmer.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Indy doesn't have to cook. He has me. So he wouldn't know. The announcement of the concert leads me into another Vulfspiracy, if you will.
Vulfspiracy. Okay.
That Jack might be held hostage in his own body. And
How so? Like Men in Black, like the aliens from Men in Black?
correct. And I think Mushy is currently at the helm and Jack is suffering in silence on the inside.
It's like in SpongeBob where Plankton gets in his brain. You
Every time I post 50 comments, when is Vulf Records making a full-length klezmer album? I have caved under the pressure. We will be recording a new group, Yiddische Pirat, Jewish pirate, at Kane Park Amphitheater in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, on June 26th at 7 p.m. Again, a new klezmer supergroup featuring Michael Winograd on clarinet,
Love it.
So-Called, Josh Dolgan on keyboards, and myself on drums.
Beautiful.
Will be playing a free concert at ever since Vulfpeck played Madison Square.
I think Jack is being held hostage.
Yeah, it seems like you're right. Now that I brought up the Men in Black aliens, yeah, I think Mushy's
Mushy has taken over the body.
yeah. I mean, and it answers our questions. He named the musicians.
Yeah.
He only named 3, so there's gonna be some add-ons.
And his dad has to do at least come up for one song and do a solo or something.
And it's a Vulf klezmer concert. There's no word Vulfpeck there, right?
Yeah.
So that's an indication. Right?
Yeah.
It's an umbrella concert, not a not a Vulf. That'd be interesting. Vulfpeck with Corey doing a klezmer show, like the
That'd be interesting.
the C's and the J's coming together for klezmer.
The C's and the J's.
Yeah, the Christians and the Jewish, coming together for a klezmer act,
Well, Love it.
Yeah. Why not?
But
The season of the Jays.
This Vulfspiracy also plays into this amazing thing that you sent me a few weeks ago.
He's a player, okay? You take him down to Home Depot, he'll set something up. Okay, I'm trapped in a prison. You have to embody more of Joe has. You have to stop obsessing. Yeah, free me. I'm trapped in a technical prison. I want to get back to freedom and enjoying music, but we're not there yet.
No, this is an instrument that I feel is more...
He's
Joe's
fighting
brilliant
Mushy
for
away with a metaphorical
right.
stick. He's stuck in a
I
technical
think there's
prison.
something to this. Because what if Jack is a character and Mushy is Mushy? Like Mushy
is the body.
the body and the mind.
Wait,
Like, that's an interesting take. Because what if Jack is a character? Like, because then Jack on stage giving a TED Talk is a character of a character. Because then he's 3 levels deep. If Mushy's playing, like, Mushy playing Jack playing TED Talk Jack.
this has gone too far.
No.
But also there is something to it.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think, Daniel? I mean, I think, what do you think of the Mushspiracy?
There's something very ominous going on.
Yeah.
Who is behind you then?
Yeah. I mean, that is Wolfman, right?
What kind of Wolfman? I got a Wolfman.
But I gotta say, is this the way out of the technical prison he was referring to?
Freedom.
What does it all
Freedom. Free, no shirt, sex icon, showing the body, not being afraid, putting his best face forward.
Yeah, and fit. You know what I mean? The guy's just like the form.
It's good form.
He's
Good
got
form.
great form. I can see him squatting at the top of a mountain in Eagle Rock. You know, and that's what's funny. Like when we were going to a Dodger game yesterday, and we took a long. We didn't go out, take the right exit, and we went the long way, but we went through Eagle Rock, and I was like, we were like, it's the land of the poop on the hill.
It's
you
so
know? It's
very mountainous, very hilly.
very hilly.
You can imagine Jack in tiny white shorts.
Yeah, and you could, because the opening song was recorded in Jack's house in Eagle Rock, which
Was it though?
it was because it's the same room as Business Casual.
Dang.
That AC is in
I think
Business
you might have
Casual.
a photographic memory because honestly, I could not tell you that.
Oh, I know a blank white room when I see one. You know what I mean? It's the same setup as Business Casual, but I gotta say, going through Eagle Rock, it feels like Jack Stratton over there.
It does. Healthy vegan vibes.
Healthy vegan hipster vibes, but he's not a hipster. He's just a healthy vegan.
He just
You
is.
know?
He's everything.
Yeah, gotta love him.
But so yeah, new Wolfman album.
Yeah, he's leading a movement. You know,
I truly hope that this incarnation is his way out of his technical prison. I wish the best for him. I hope Mushy isn't taking over the body.
I mean, I do.
What? You like him in the technical prison?
If Mushy's at the helm here, and he's made Jack into an artist that could fill up Madison Square Garden, I say more mush.
All right.
Less mush, it means less of what we got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if Mushy's consider Mushy's at the helm. This is the world where the bubble or the improvisational bubble we're living in. Hypothetical.
Yeah.
Want more of it if he's at the helm. Yeah. If he's plankton, a good plankton. Sticking the
Controls into the brain.
into the brain of SpongeBob. Yeah.
But
Is it that time?
it's that time.
It's that time.
We're going to get into the core of what this episode is about today, and we are having a special guest. You might know him from Birds of a Feather We Walk Together, Winslow for Corey Wong, A Very Vulfy Christmas Cartoon, Emergency Landing Live for Joey Dosick, and his amazing body of work.
Yes. And it did Bandit Bird with Theo Katzman. Did you just say that?
Not yet. I was
yet.
going to touch on it.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying he's Jayr Sotelo. He's
an animator, an animation director.
Yeah, and just a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Chill
like,
guy,
just
chill
a
vibes.
Guy, you know? Humble vibes, like, but high quality, like just art oozing out of the man.
Yeah.
Like each word has its own weight in its way. that when we speak, we don't. There's no weight for what we say. You know what I mean?
Daniel's face for that.
This guy carries meaning and artfulness, and he emanates it, exudes it over a digital frequency that is Zoom.
He got his really nice vibes, real good vibes. Before we jump into the interview, I wanted everyone to check out Bandit Bird, and it is amazing. It is a collaboration with Theo, who did the music, and in the series, which there's other Bandit Bird chapters and stuff, Corey Wong did some stuff which you'll learn about in the interview.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Love it. Capítulo 1. That's the shadows.
The arrow, yeah.
And this one too. So
beautiful.
Cool. I mean, everything is.
I know. Bobby. So cool.
Wow.
So cool. Please go check out, I know we're about to pop into the interview, but I wanted to say, go check out his Vimeo. It's vimeo.com/Jayr. Am I saying it right?
Jayr
Sotelo.
Jayr Sotelo.
And he has more Bandit Bird that you can check out, and more of his portfolio and everything. And he's just fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's great.
enjoy the interview. All right.
Hey everybody, welcome to the special interview portion of. Whoa! He's here. Wow.
What's up?
We have here Jayr. We love Jayr. Jayr Sotelo, and the infamous, mysterious artist of the Vulf sphere.
Yeah.
And we are so glad you joined us. Thank you so much.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing
Good,
well.
how are you?
Good.
Good.
Pretty good, man.
Is that a
We're
Yeti
chilling.
cup?
Yeah, is that Yeti?
It's a little Yeti cup.
Yep.
Oh, I'm on the
we're,
Yeti.
We're huge Yeti people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge on
I'm
the
in
Yeti.
Texas. I'm in Texas, so Yeti's like huge over
Yeah.
here. There's people that like are just decked out in Yeti the whole time.
Oh, that's funny. I love it.
It's a
But
lifestyle.
they work. But
Yeah.
They work.
That
Yeah.
Yeti lifestyle.
That's great.
Cheers.
That's great. Yeah, and also it is Vulf adjacent in some way.
It
I
is.
believe what Woody wore it in Soft Parade.
He wore
The
a Yeti,
Yeti shirt.
Yeah.
It may not have
Where
been.
are you guys at?
What's that?
Where are you guys at?
Oh, we're in LA.
We're in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
no.
you're good. You're good.
Carry on.
No worries. We were just, loving the Yeti and respecting
We're
the
huge
Yeti.
Yeti lovers over here.
But much more,
Tangent.
we are animation lovers, and
Yes.
that's why we brought on Jayr here. Tori is, I don't need to say anything. I mean, you.
I work in animation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
for us, like, or at least for me, like having you on the pod, I was like, okay, we have to have the Vulf animator,
Yes.
the guy behind the Vulf animations, the Vulf
Yes.
birds,
Yes.
the very Vulfy Christmas cartoon special,
Yes.
all the really cool animations that he's done for like Joey and I think Corey too.
Yes.
Damn.
Am I covering everything?
There's so much more.
I think so.
He's an enigma.
He is
There's a
the animator for the Sphere.
The Sphere.
The Vulf Sphere.
The Schvanimator.
The Schvanimator for the Schmear. So
it's a lot of us. At some point, it was more than just one
yeah, especially for Very Vulfy Christmas. I know there was a ton of animators that worked on that one. Yeah.
I got one here. Yeah. No, I'm glad to.
We're so happy to have you
like,
on.
Dude, I'm so happy to like hear the whole thing.
Yeah,
the whole,
yeah.
like repertoire. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Awesome.
It's been
Well-
an honor to be like in the fucking fear.
The Sphere, yeah.
And so yeah, it's all good.
That's awesome.
Yes. We don't do many interviews on this show, so and if you listen to the show, we know we hit the rocks a lot, but I think we're sailing. We're
sailing.
smooth sailing
We're
here, like the
sailing so far.
birdies, like the Vulf birdies.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, those birdies, I drew them in an airport actually.
Really?
Yeah, I got the assignment from Jack.
Whoa.
And I drew like, in an airport.
Whoa. Okay.
How did he
going to Mexico?
Okay.
did he
You just dropped a bomb here.
So how did you start with Vulf? Like, how did he find you? Did he find you through like a website, or did you guys know each other before?
We met each other at
Okay.
we met. It wasn't like, hey, like I want you, like we met each other at a conference in Portland.
Oh, cool.
Called XOXO. Yeah. It was crazy because they had the Sleepify stuff.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Into this, and it was an innovator about innovators in like technology and communication and stuff. And so they were featured, and I started listening to their stuff, as I was doing research for the conference. And when they started playing, and there were so many other things happening that it was like 5 of us there. Like Vulf was playing amazingly.
Yeah.
Like Woody was just like rocking. And so I had 2 film cameras, and I went and started taking pictures of them because it was just like I could just basically get on stage.
Wow.
And then afterwards, we met each other, and it worked out. Like they directed me towards Theo, because Theo has, I don't know if you know the history of his dad, but he did music for Schoolhouse Rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I remember meeting Joe, and Joe was like, yo man, what's up? Like, what's up with your camera? And I'm like, yo, like, check it out. It's a Hasselblad. And he's like, what the fuck is that? It's like, it's this. And then Woody joined, and we're just like, geeking out on stuff. And I was like, no, dude, like, you guys are fucking awesome. And then they were like, you're an animator. And I showed them some stuff. And they're like, oh, talk to Theo. And so I talked to Theo, and Theo, like, I met Theo and like heard like his like high pitched voice, and I was like, what? And like, understood, the melodical, like, awesomeness that Vulfpeck is. And yeah, so I got to meet him, and then we just collaborated.
That's awesome.
Wow. So basically your relationship with them is a decade old ish. Is Sleepify like, or I mean like, it's like
2011.
it's like eight-ish years.
I mean, it's like fucking, COVID, so
been like
2
10
years less.
Yeah,
right,
totally.
right.
More like
It's long, man. No, we like.
Yeah.
That's
me and
interesting.
Theo worked on Bandit Bird together.
Oh, nice.
Right. Yes.
And so that was the first thing. Like me and him just like started riffing after Portland, and then I told him this story. This like really elongated like story, reminiscent of like Garcia Marquez and 100 Years of Solitude. And he's like, man, fuck all that shit. I like when you said Bandit Bird. That was cool. He made a song about it. And yeah, like we just animated it. And then Jack, I guess, saw it and was like, okay, we got this Birds of a Feather thing. Can you do it? And I was like, yeah. And I was working like a advertising gig, you know, full time. So it was like nights and weekends, just like grinding it for the Vulfpeck.
That's so cool.
It's cool shit.
That's very cool.
That's awesome.
Wow, because that's so cool. Because like you know, you meet among like-minded individuals, like there for basically
At a conference or
a conference for people who are creative, right?
Yeah,
And it's so cool that they can, you know, that it ends up forming relationships that actually ends up somewhat branding. Like I would think that you kind of branded the like when we saw the birds. I mean, I started watching, I think, when I saw the Cory Wong video. So I think I was like 20, like, and that was probably old at the time. So I started listening to Vulf in like maybe end of 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
But like getting to watch the videos and going, oh, like this is such a vibe, you know. And
They're iconic.
it's so cool that when you know, like high quality but like artsy people like come together and respect each other's art so much that they're like they trust you with going, hey, we have this idea, here's the video, what can you do it, you know? And like that's like so cool. Like I'm sure, you know, you respect them as musicians so much like we do, that even the fact that they would even reach out to you to and trust you to do that is such a high praise. You know?
Dude, the first time I heard Jack's voice on the phone, like I immediately knew it was him, but it was like, you know, like he just called me, and I was just like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Hey," and I'm not gonna do an impersonation of Jack on the podcast, you know, but like I knew it was him.
Yeah.
And when that started, it was so simple. And then every other like interaction we've had, it's been kind of the same. It's kind of very like, you know, staccato. Like you do your thing, and like, you know, and I'll do my thing, like kind of thing. That works really well with, like, I feel like musicians sometimes, you know, like love the artist because they can't do the art. I'm like, I can't play music for shit. And so, you know, just to be around like musicians that know how to make this beautiful music,
Yeah.
I'm just like honored by it. It's fucking sick. Meeting Joe, meeting like all these guys, it's just cool. And then allowing other people to like be involved in the process. That was cool too, with like Vulfy Christmas with Goss, and like that's all really cool. But it's always like, it's very sporadic, right? It's like this jazzy thing. So what you guys got going on is a little bit, you know, of the same kind of vibe where you know, you guys are you know, raising up, you know, and saying, hey, like, we're here, you know, we want to listen to more fucking Vulfpeck. And
Hell yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
all
definitely.
do.
Like, yeah, like the
That's
fact
it.
that we even made this podcast at all is a testament to like how good they are. You know,
Yeah.
and Aiden, the guest that we had on the last episode, was saying that too. Like, yeah, you can't have 50 plus episodes of a podcast unless there's so
universe.
much, right? A universe. There's so much to learn. There's so much to better yourself. You know, and it's all about personal growth. And even his TED Talks, it's just insane.
Yeah.
So actually, take me back to that phone call. So So were you expecting it? Like, was there an email? Like, take us through the first interaction you had with Jack. I know it's like you knew it was him, but like, what was that call like? Was it more like, yo, like you don't have to impersonate him, but like, was it short? Was it long? Was it?
It was no, man. I mean, it was what it needed to be. You know, at this point, you know, I give you some of the facts. But at this point, we just fill it with the jazz. You know, you know, Jack is Jack.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what's up.
Yep.
So
like, you know, it's all, and everybody's got their own role, and you know, the things they do with royalties for artists, the independence, like that's the building block of like something really special. And so, you know, those people that, you know, are even close to it, like myself, to having, you know, interactions and a taste and like a little bit of a pull on things, it's amazing because it's just like, dude, like you guys got it going on. So
yeah.
So did Jack just basically approach you and say, hey, we're thinking about combining animation on like and
he's like
videos?
Yeah, like he saw some stuff. He's like, can you do like some like Disney stuff? And I was like, yeah, like he's like, yeah, like something. And I've been using like tracking techniques. I think he saw like this ad I did for like Omni hotels that had like a track on it. And he was like, man, you can do this. And he's like, can you just like, you know, can you do something with this video? And he wasn't that prescriptive. He was just like, can you do something? And that's where my mind went to after listening to the song. But it was awesome. Like I would get this call, I would go to work and then just listen to the song on my headphones for like 20 times. And I had a team of animators of like 8 of them. And I'd just be in the corner just like, and they'd be like, what's wrong with boss over there? But yeah, like, and then coming back and like, you know, playing with it, I had to take a trip. And so I remember taking my sketchbook, always have my sketchbook with me. And so, you know, at a bar, it was awesome. And then like on the airplane on Joey Dossig's emergency landing, I did all the storyboards on an airplane, and I timed it correctly so like I could do like a, you know. So yeah, I like doing Vulf flying things.
Yeah. It definitely fits the intro to Very Vulfy Christmas with the like little airplane that winks. It's like definitely like goes back to your creative process for sure.
Yeah,
dude, that's like that little sketch is like a little airplane that I've never done anything with, that I just always drew.
Aw,
that's so cool.
That's so cool.
And when they were talking about with Joey about Woody, I'm getting all fucking confused in my head. Goss, let's say Goss, Woody.
Professor.
Yeah, Professor. Fuck. The whole thing. And I was like, okay, so what's up? And I kind of showed him like storyboards, and he told me the story and stuff. And that was part of it. And then there's another guy that you guys should have here, because he's actually like really freaking talented. Not like me, just kind of like at the right place, right time.
He's humble.
The right speed or whatever. Trey Chavez hooked up like a lot of the animatic on that. He's now at Nickelodeon.
Nice.
He's gonna be amazing. He grew up with like, you know, SpongeBob, like a bunch of us, and he was amazing. But that was the cool thing about other projects, that we were able to kind of bring in more of the people that I was around to do the thing. There's some guys from LA that also helped out. You know, it was kind of like a bigger project. We had to move Very Vulfy Christmas like quick, like 6 months or something.
Damn, that's crazy.
But it was cool.
Yeah, Very Vulfy Christmas to me now is like a staple in the holiday season to me. That's like on par with like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or like, you know, like those like shorts, those vintage shorts. Like to me,
That's
like
what
it
Woody-
is Christmas. I love it.
That's what Woody wanted. Yeah, that's what Woody wanted.
Yeah.
He was like, man, like let's do. And you know, he's awesome. He you know, but that was animator's tray. This is a tray right here. It's like a little hippie guy. I
Yeah.
always keep with me. I love him. But he hooked up, man. You know, a bunch of those guys from my team were like doing it. And the record and everything else was amazing. And the way that, you know, that stuff works is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to do projects like that. But
Yeah.
like if it was just me, like Birds, that like that's what I told Woody. I was like, man, there's no way I could just be me in my freaking little room.
There's no way.
You know, nights and weekends. Like, there's no way.
No.
And he's like, no, man, I wanted to do this and this, and I was like, dude, I need help.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
So that was a cool fucking turn of events.
Yeah. Was it mostly just Woody that was involved with that, or were any of the other guys like involved at all? Because like
No,
it was just Woody.
Woody, I mean, it was the same Christmas that Jack was doing that like 24-hour dance thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
I do.
I don't know how long he danced for, but like it was the same timing and stuff, and like yeah, it was fun. It was a big project.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite of like what you've done so far with all the guys?
I mean, Birds, it was just so like it was so well received,
Yeah.
and like I was trying to minimize like everything because I didn't have time. Like
Yeah.
I was, I was in I worked way too many hours a week with my actual job.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vulfpeck, like Jack calls you and he's just like, hey man, do this. And so that one, just because of like all the effort that went into it, and it was so minimal, and I can see all these mistakes and people don't give a fuck. Like that's my favorite. That's it.
It actually, honestly, is perfect the way it is. You
Yeah.
know, like it's
You gotta let it go. At some point,
Yes.
you're like, man,
You have to. Yeah.
right. Like yeah.
have
It is
You
what
have
it
to
is.
export and hit. You know.
Yeah.
It just. Yeah. I'm the same way though. I can nitpick. But
But
yeah.
there's, man, Jack. There's
No,
people
yeah.
that like, dude, like, so yeah, I'm as an animator, when I do it myself, I just paint a picture.
Yeah.
I polish.
Is there any?
Polish is kind of like too much.
Yeah. I'm curious from like after working with somebody like Jack or even the other people in Vulfpeck, like has that changed how you go about doing creative work differently than any other? Like I would think like just because I'm a fanboy, I'm just like like it seems like working with Jack would like
something would rub off on him.
rub
or
off on
something.
you or something. Like there's something because like it seems like he's operating on a different frequency, and I know he's a human being just like the rest of us, but like to go on top of mountains and to take a dump every morning, I mean that's like Jeff Bezos level stuff, so like I'm curious, has the STRATTON rubbed off on you or any of the other Vulfs?
I think it has at times, but what was cool is when we met, it was, funk beats funk. Like it was like, like it wasn't about it rubbing off on me or, me on him or whatever. It was like, it was like just a little like handshake, and it was good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like game recognized game.
My answer
Yeah.
is I've been funky my whole life.
Hey!
I love that so much.
Jayr coming through on the Conscious Club podcast. I love that. I love how real you are, man. That's a true
it.
artist.
No, it of course, like Vulfpeck, when I started listening to Vulfpeck, I would try to like explain to people what it was like. and the only thing I could think of is like, I was like, it's like silly funk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what exactly
You know?
what it is.
It's
Yeah.
like just silly and funky and like meant to like for you to be like chill and like relax for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the I call it a, you know, that the funky. It's like a little
Yeah.
funky thing.
They put the fun in funk, baby.
They really do.
Yeah, and just to speak to, because like the reason why I asked like if it rubs off on you, because baby, it rubbed off on me hard, and I haven't even met the guy. So, like before I listened to Vulfpeck,
No,
like
I spend more time with Theo.
mm,
So like we went to after the thing, we went to a show, and I got invited, got in there, saw the first like show. Amazing. I mean, the whole thing, the you know, back pocket whole, like, you know, where Theo just controls the whole thing. You know, and then we met in the back and we were talking and stuff, and I was just like, that was amazing. But I hanged out with Theo a bunch just because he had that animation kind of like mentality. Jack, he was around, but like even the conversations we had, like in-depth conversations, me and Theo about Bandit Bird, you know?
yeah,
That's amazing.
With Jack, it's like, you know, like it's almost like a call. It just comes in from like the red phone, and it's like,
We need your services.
that's funny.
yeah. Like Joey called me one time for emergency landing. Again, I was in my 9-to-5 job, and he calls me, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Hey, what's up?" And like, he's like, "I'm Joey," and he sends me music, and like I listen to it and stuff, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" That was amazing as well. But like, Jack just calls, man. He just got the red line.
Wow.
How was it working with Corey? Because we're big Corey fans as well.
Corey's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Corey, I was doing, because he was asking me to do the whole video of it, and he's like, man, like, what can I do in return? And so I was like, well, I got this little like Bandit Bird thing. Can you like throw some stuff at me? And Theo had, you know, me and Theo did like that whole episode I showed you guys. But it's, you know, it's a big thing. With Corey, it was like, man, like, what can I do? And so he gave me all these pieces of things, and he's like, man, you can use this for like, you know, building soundscapes and stuff. So with Corey, was like, everybody's like different, and it's amazing to like, you know, even be involved with them and like just, you know, be in the same fucking paragraph or podcast or whatever this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
That's very cool.
I love it.
Wow.
Yeah, guys.
I'm left speechless here, because like it's like I can't believe what's happening. You know, this is incredible.
Yeah.
I don't want to take it away from you, Tori, because I know you
I've
have some more.
touched every single question that I had, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I
Like-
mean, like what's cool is like you sent me Bandit Bird like yesterday, and I was like feverishly sending it to Tori to watch it. And we'll play it on the pod today.
Yeah, we're gonna play it right before he comes on for the interview.
Oh yeah,
so.
they've already seen it.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
The idea that I'll preface Bandit Bird with a little like tidbit of it, but that time, the weekend I spent and met Vulfpeck, and then all this kind of like whirlwinded from it. My friend Daniel Minton, who lives there and was nice enough to like let me like sleep in his basement for, you know, 4 days and you know, be there for me and shit. Took me to this Japanese little restaurant on this like old strip mall, and it was just like, it looked like nobody, like you shouldn't be there. It had like these notices and shit. And he opens the door, and we walked in, and it's this like little Japanese restaurant in the middle of like Portland. And you turn to the left, and there's like a stack of like chairs. Like imagine a corner with like just chairs, so many chairs that they like become
mountain.
a mass.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, there'd be like these little like arcade things. And you walk in, you sit down, and they had a little TV screen, and they were playing some like old stuff, some like old manga, anime, and it gave me the idea. I was like, I need to animate something that would go in like the fucking TV of this place.
Yes.
So when everything was like molding, that was the vibe. It was just like border, like little bandit guy, just like
Yeah.
fell into this pit of snakes, and like, you know what happens. So that was the vibe. It was fun.
Very special. Very special. My favorite shot is, I think it's like it's kind of like an aerial shot as he's running, and the tumbleweed or the desert plants, and it's so like, it feels like it's 16 frames a second or something. You know, like, it feels like old style film where you don't see every piece of the movement. It's like jittery.
It's all the tricks.
I
Yeah,
love.
tricks.
Yeah. So
It's just like, you know, you're trying to get it done as soon as you can. And, you know, it's not completely polished, but like it tells a story. It does what it needs to do.
yeah, for sure. Awesome. Now, Birds of a Feather is your favorite art piece that you've worked with Vulf. What is your favorite Vulf song
in general,
or saying, or TED Talk, or what
or
like
music video,
like different from like knowing them, like the art that they have created? What is like the most inspirational to you?
My favorite is Joe Dart in like fucking Ireland.
Oh, the
yeah.
Olam.
I'm
Olam.
The Olam.
I'm from Mexico.
Yeah.
No. Like the little clip where he's like, they're like singing, chanting.
Oh, we need to play
As if
this.
it was like, you know what I'm talking about?
Or are they chanting Joe?
No,
that
they're
one?
chanting like the actual song, like a soccer anthem.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a while, but I think I remember that. Yeah.
We need
Like
to pull that clip.
That's my favorite like piece of like Vulf media, because
Wow.
I'm from Mexico. I love football, as we call it,
Of course.
everywhere in the world. And hearing that, you know, hearing Joe play the fucking bass, and then the people just like chanting. That's my favorite.
Hits the soul, for sure. For sure. Wow. Well, that's incredible. If you have anything else,
What's
Tori?
yours? What are you guys? What are you guys'
Oh.
favorites?
Oh, okay.
Favorites?
Okay.
Or like, what's your favorite animation that you've encountered by myself? I'm like interviewing you now.
Ooh, favorite
Animation by you?
No, your favorite animation
Of
that's
the
inspired you.
Vulf stuff, or
Uh-huh.
in general? So
The
my very favorite thing is Birds of a Feather, because that was my first thing that I saw that you worked on. But I also love Christmas like so much, and so Very Vulfy Christmas is like up there for me.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to say anything, I'd be like, thank God for you, because like I wouldn't have like the Instagram gifs is my favorite. The birdies on the gifts.
Oh yeah, those are so iconic.
I gotta say that contribution is so adds so much. I mean, I think that's how we even got in touch in the first place. You like commented on our story. Yeah. You're like, that's me.
Gotta say,
like-
yeah, you have the only gifts on there. Well, no, Corey has a few.
No, they have. It's all the Vulfy Christmas.
we made some. We made some, and like 4 of them were done by Troy Chavez, and then the other ones by me. And you know, there's some of those in there. But yeah, if I can say something, is go follow the people. Go to the back of, you know, Very Vulfy Christmas, all the way to the back. Look at the animators.
Yes.
And go follow those guys,
Heck
because
yeah.
they're all fucking amazing.
Absolutely.
I love them, and they're fucking young and making right choices. Dude,
Very cool.
They're
And I gotta
they're
say,
amazing.
I don't know if you were like this before meeting Jack Stratton and the rest of the Vulf sphere, but this guy is a proven leader. This guy is humble. This guy shows love.
Yeah.
Where love is deserved, and he loves his team. And I gotta say, that's the kind of thing that's rubbed off on me on Vulfpeck. From Vulfpeck and all that stuff. So
also really great energy too. Really like peaceful, positive energy.
Yeah, jazz is it reminds me of jazz.
I feel like all my anxious energy that I had yesterday and today has just completely melted away after this conversation, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel great. I don't know about anybody else, but
Anytime, guys.
you have great energy. Gotta say, great energy.
Yeah.
We're every Saturday.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Cool. Well, I think does that commence our interview here?
Yeah, just thank you so much for sharing your background with the guys, and we learned so much, and I feel so zen.
Yeah, and we may check in more. It's a monthly show.
Well, if he does any one more question. Is there anything in the works or not yet? The red phone hasn't rang yet.
Yeah, you signed any paperwork?
No, but if there was, I probably wouldn't tell you guys.
No, I know. Hey, we can try.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
If there's anything else that comes out, we might hit you up.
Yeah.
To get your take.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jayr. You're the best. And this isn't your last time on the Conscious Club podcast. This is the first of many.
He's like, no, it's not.
He's like, no, it's not. I don't have time for you. No.
What's his name? I
Oh,
would
man.
never say that. Of course, yes.
Of course.
What I'm supposed to say is, of course, yes, come over. Let's have conversations about art and music.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Because,
Is that what I'm supposed to say?
yeah, because that's what the Conscious Club podcast is all about.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you, Jayr. Stay on the line, but we'll act like we say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace out.
Oh my God.
Wasn't that
great?
incredible? Yeah.
Wow.
Such a great vibe from that guy.
Jayr.
Oozes creativity, the funk.
Yeah. I gotta say too, just the glasses, the beard.
Yep.
It almost felt like what you were mentioning in the beginning of the podcast. It felt like Jack Stratton was working inside him. Like Mushy was working inside Jack. Yeah. It felt like there's a
Joe Dart sunglasses.
Yeah, I mean, there's it's just a vibe. Now, whether that was influenced by them or not, it's not. Probably not. It's just the game recognized game. You know what I mean? Likes attract. So love Jayr. Thank you so much for coming on. Yeah. Now, Tori.
What's up?
The animation.
Yeah.
Of it all, like leading a team, all that stuff is like so hard to do. And I don't know, it's just very Like I respect so much of it because it's like it takes so much.
It's so much work
to do what feels like it's not little, but like what feels like a little amount of time.
Yeah, no.
Like that was like 3 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes or something. But like that took so long and so many arduous hours. And
that's just the animation itself, let alone all the background design, the animation itself of the background. And then you have to, you have to coordinate, the animation itself with the background so that they're moving at the same times. And there's just so much that goes into animation. And then if you think about Very Vulfy Christmas and that whole thing, that was a huge undertaking. And like he said, he had to pump that out in 6 months. And just think about how many characters were in that, how many backgrounds were in that, how many... syncing
voices to
the
characters.
VO, exactly, right? The VO, the music, everything. Huge undertaking. And thank gosh he had all those people helping him. And like he said, amazing animators working with him. And it's yeah, super humble guy, super kind, super nice. We're really happy to have him on. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Like I feel like rejuvenated talking to Jayr. He's
for sure.
The jazz is the only word I have. It's weird.
Very
like it was a
jazzy
very
guy.
jazzy guy, not in the music sense, but in the
Vibey sense.
What jazz is
Yeah.
Jayr. You know? Love it.
Jazzy Jayr.
Jazzy Jayr over here, or maybe like a jazz drummer.
Yeah.
You know, where it's just like going with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and has a lot to say.
Yeah.
With artistic expression.
Mm-hmm.
And the first of many interviews, hopefully to come.
Yeah.
As more things come out, and I think we have honorable mentions to take us out of the podcast today, right?
Yeah, first, before we pop into our honorable mentions, we just wanted to talk about how we went and saw Joey Dosick last weekend.
You're right.
And he was playing at the Troubadour, and he was fantastic. And I have some videos to share that I said that we would share on the pod. And we will get into it. Oops.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. I know you're going to have a lot of editing. I apologize. Go Dart.
Break it down real quick. Did you guys brush your teeth before the set today? You didn't do it? Okay, that's okay.
Stanky
Did you brush
bird.
your teeth before the set tonight?
I think I accidentally got the people in front of me kissing. All right. Vibe. The song was dedicated to his parents.
Skin, your eyes, your feelings. When the old or new. I hope you remember, even when you're feeling blue. It's you I like. Oh, it's you. It's you I like.
Joe Dart.
Joe Dart, the Namaste
yeah.
bow.
Yeah, he provides the low end for from his voice to his thumbs and his fingers. Very cool.
But yeah, seeing Joey was fantastic. As always, we love seeing Joey.
Yeah, I mean, and also like the success of Vulfpeck helping out them is so nice to see, because like you get to the Troubadour and it's packed.
Yeah.
Like we were like, it was hard to just get around the room, you know, and it's so cool. Like
Ryan Lerman was there.
Ryan Lerman was there. I assume Jack was there. Probably. Who knows? He was there at the last Joey show.
Yeah.
Mushy at the least.
Mushy.
Yeah, Mushy at the helm.
Sorry,
at least.
Mushy. Yeah. Yeah, it was just all a great time, and I didn't get kicked out this time.
No, he
know,
didn't. He didn't
so-
get kicked out.
Yeah.
Shall we end the show with some great honorable mentions?
Yeah, let's do it. Honorable
do it.
mentions here.
All right. This you sent me to put into the show.
Hi folks, Mike Shimon from the Olam here. This is me learning how to play with pure crystal teeth, because I realize it's been quite a long time since the studio when we recorded it, and with the tour coming up soon, it dawned on me I better learn how to play this. So we have a fast 7 with a shaker in the right hand, left hand doing rim clicks and kick drum. So first things first, shake in 7. You can think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Or you can think of it as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's easier.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna add in the bass drum and rim click melodies. We'll speed it up a little bit.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Whoa.
Now, actual tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
I thought the last one was fast.
That one's even more impressive.
What's so funny about the
So
time
impressive.
signatures?
But
It gets really complicated, especially in 7. It's so complicated.
Yeah,
And
well, that's what's so fun. That's what's like the funniest thing about time signatures is like the like, you know, the dream theaters or like the music doctorates or like this fellow here. It's so funny. Like the better you get,
yeah.
like it doesn't sound bad, but it sounds like you're so good that it sounds incorrect.
To me,
you,
it
you know
only,
what I mean?
To
Like,
me, it only sounded like that the slowest version he did, where you're like,
right.
it's.
But
the second time he played it and the third time, it didn't sound like that.
right. Yeah.
You know, it sounded right.
And what's great is that like everything's just nailed in. Like that shake, everything. It's
a machine.
beautiful.
All right.
Love it.
So I pulled a weird talk for us, actually,
Oh.
that I curated. And
right.
it's a really interesting instrument that I don't know if anybody has seen before, because I never did. All right.
And the thing about glass that you learn breaks.
What is this thing called?
This is a recreation of Benjamin Franklin's harmonica. It's the Franklin design. There are a few concessions to 18th century verses. I did this in 1991. When I try to leave Europe, they say that I'm stealing it from the European patrimony, that it's an antique instrument. I said, antique? It's got an electricity? And I build it.
So he's putting it together. This is so interesting.
And Christmas!
That's a harmonica.
Shot glass,
a
white
glass
wine,
harmonica.
red wine, cereal bowl, cake cover. This is a shaving mug. This is a little purse atomizer that I keep full of alcohol. A single drop of perspiration hits a bowl. I have to get that off of there because it spreads. So that's always there. This is the top half of a butter dish. Ben Franklin talked about it. You don't go this way because the water goes down inside. So you come up and you just keep it spinning while you're doing it. Okay, that came in late. That means I need a little more water on that one, and I got to adjust my speed a touch. There it is. Now I'm playing both ends.
So beautiful. Isn't that so beautiful? The sound of that instrument.
Wow.
It's like what you think heaven would sound like, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Wow, that's what happens when you don't have Twitter, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, I mean.
That guy is like...
You just make bowls, spinning bowls.
Tim Burton of instruments people don't know. That's guy.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. What an interesting guy.
Yeah.
Talk about a good podcast guest, that guy.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
I know. Benjamin Franklin's glass harmonica.
I should do a Vulf 2 with the drummer playing 7
with the glass harmonica. Yeah, that'd be a good promo for the show.
All right, and yes, we have a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/The Conscious Club Podcast, or you can go to patreonify.com.
Yes.
Big thank you to Jayr Sotelo.
Yes, thank you for coming on.
What a name! That's just an artist name, you know. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Daniel.
Anytime.
Thank you, Daniel.
Appreciate you. And yeah, I mean, that's another month. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're still here, wow. I mean, you're a true fan.
True fan.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll see you guys next month. Bye.
Learning the hard way. Learning the hard way. Learning the hard way.
I'm telling you, the house remix of this banger.
Hell yeah. Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening to the Conscious Club Podcast. Just really quick, this is a fan-made podcast. Jack Stratton had nothing to do with this hot pile of garbage. We have no affiliation with Vulfpeck, Vulf Records LLC, Vulf Productions Inc, or really anything under the greater Vulf umbrella. We just love them so much. We do this show out of love, not for money. But if you want to tip us, we have a Patreon. That's right, it's patreonify.com. Patreonify.com. That's right. Go over there. It's a hit new craze in the Vulf sphere. Get over there and help us out. We have many different tiers to choose from. If you have a little extra coin to pass on, you get some extra merch, some exclusive merch. So head over to patreonify.com and thank you guys so much for listening.